Hi there and welcome to Soul Station. I'm Bryce and today I'm going to give you an update on our house. We have been working really hard on it and I haven't had any time since we got back from our market to do any other projects. Like this is my big project right now. And so today's video I'm going to show you all of the painting I've been doing on our house. And so I'm just going to give you a little update and I'll give you kind of a tour and show you the things that we've been working on and maybe just show you what the house looks like now, what it's going to look like, kind of what our plans are. So anyways, just an update of our house and just to kind of show you what we're doing here. This is a very big project and it's a long project. It's taken us 2 years now since we started the foundation, and I do have videos, past videos that I put on a playlist called Sully Station, and I've been putting, the house videos there, but because I'm not working on any other projects for the next couple months, I'm going to be doing the house. And one of the things that I am going to be doing for the house is adding in character in each room, so like I've got antique mirrors and different things like that I'm going to be fixing up for each room as we're finally adding all of the touches, the finishing touches, which I'm so excited for that. So anyways, more on that later. I'm going to give you just a little tour of the outside of the house to show you what it looks like, and then we'll go on into the inside. So I'm going to show you just out here what it looks like. Our railing is not done yet, so we're working on that. But the porch wraps around to the back side here. And we've got a lot of tools because, like I said, everything is still kind of under construction, but here you can walk through from the porch, and that goes into the house to the kitchen. And this back covered porch area, we will have a table and chairs and just a nice place to sit. And then that door there goes into our bedroom. This is very much a construction zone around here, so the porch doesn't look real pretty right now because we've got all this wood and sawhorses and things like that. One of the hardest things during this whole process for me has been in the waiting. We knew that when we started building that it wasn't going to be overnight. We knew it was going to take time because it was just Jess and I, just the two of us doing this. We did have Jess's brother help us when we started framing, and that was awesome. Right now we are applying the drywall mud, and I'm using a roller and just rolling on the mud, and then Jess is scraping it down or knocking it down smooth. We have built homes before, but we've always hired subs, and so we would sub out most of the stuff, although Jess would work on the trim and the siding and all the little things too. Doing the entire home on your own is so much more time consuming. Everything in our world is so instant, right? We are able to get things at the click of a button, and we have microwaves. Like everything is just usually so instant for us. This has taught us a lot about patience, about hard work, about working together. Of course, there are good days and bad days, but the most important thing that I found is to always keep that why in front of you, to remember, why are we doing this? Why did I start this? What is your why? After all of the drywall mud was dry, I started sanding it, and what a terrible job. That was probably my least favorite step that I've ever done so far on the house. So I sanded the ceilings, the walls, just every part of it, and just got it smooth. And once that was done, then I had to vacuum. The day that we got our drywall delivered was so exciting, and that was the one thing besides our foundation that we did get help on. We had help to unload all of the drywall.
It's drywall stocking day. A nice day for November 8th. Some hard-working folks over there.
And then I was able to start priming, and so I painted the entire house with 2 coats of primer. We just got so much snow overnight, practically over 2 feet. You can't even tell here on the railing. That looks more like it's about 8 inches, I suppose, but we have gotten so much snow. So it's a good time, I guess, for me to be finishing up all of the painting on the inside, since it's not quite so nice to be outside anyway. The end of this video, I'm going to stick in all of the footage that I took of our spring booth at our market. So stick around for that if you want to check that out, or just fast forward to that part.
Oh, it's a long way down.
Don't.
Doesn't really look that far down from here.
Only if you look down and you're standing on this. I've mentioned this before in a past video about having a faith project, and like I said then, it's the same. I still feel like everything in my life is a faith project right now. But just like when you're praying for somebody in faith, or you're praying for something, believing in faith, right? You don't give up. You don't quit praying. You don't quit believing. And when you have these hard projects, you don't quit working on it until you're done. Although as I'm saying that, that's kind of funny and makes me laugh, because you know how they say that a carpenter's house is never done. But although there may be little projects that we'll keep working on, we'll be done. Once I had the house primed, it was time to start the actual paint. So now I am painting all the walls, and I have to give everything 2 coats of this paint as well. And I'm using Simply White by Benjamin Moore. I have to spackle every nail hole that's in the trim on the windowsill here, and then I just sand it and then paint over that. This upstairs room here is a bonus room, and then we have another guest room up here, and then the bathroom. One thing I had always dreamt of was having full trim in our house. I just love the full wrap trim that they used to do in the old homes, the old Victorian homes, or just the old European homes. They had the most beautiful trim, and I really wanted to do that in our house. I also, really wanted to have real wood floors. And just when you start adding up the cost of all of this stuff, I knew that it was probably going to be outside of our budget. However, we ended up finding a whole bunch of brand new wood trim at the Restore, and we got it for such a good price. And there's so much of it that Jess is going to be turning this trim into wood floors. So we have enough to do all the trim in our house and wood floors, and probably trim out 2 more houses after that. Like, we got a lot of it, and for a super good price. Such a blessing from God. I feel like the Lord's hand has just been on every part of this for us. Okay, let's go inside from the front door here. The first thing that you walk into is we have a small entryway right here, and then our kitchen is right here. And we have our cabinets already, but we do not have countertops or anything like that, and the cabinets are not in yet. We just have them sitting here. But all of our hardwood flooring is stacked on top of it. And the trim we'll be attaching that once we put them in. So over here, this is where the range will be. And you can see the sink here underneath all the flooring. That's where the sink will be, right above this, or right below this window here, this middle window. And then right here is our dining area, and we're gonna have a table, and we're going to make custom built-in bench here, and then chairs, you know. And this is an island that will be obviously in the middle here. And then right here down this hallway, we have a pantry. So there's that door out on the porch that you can walk out onto the porch. And then here is our stairwell, our staircase. And it's temporary right now, what we've got here as far as railings and stuff. And we still have to finish it, obviously. But that is the stairway, and then this is our living room, our front room. And so we have this big fireplace here, and this is what we started in the basement, and we hand poured this until we got up to the second floor. And then at the second floor, we decided to switch to cinder blocks, and we stacked that. So this is a hand poured fireplace, concrete, all the way down to the basement. And we are going to be finishing it out by building a firebox in there. And so this wood stove is just temporary for now. So, and then you can see we have so many windows, which I love. Because of our location on the mountain here, we don't get a whole lot of sunlight, and windows were really important for us to have a lot of natural light flooding in. And so I love that we have these slider doors that will go out to the porch, and all these windows surrounding here. So that's just kind of a breakdown of how the house, the main area of the living, will be. And what I'm getting ready to do next, painting all of the trim, which will be a big job. So I'm working on that next. And then the cabinets. Now I'll show you the cabinets here. I don't know if you can tell what color they are. They're gray. It kind of, in the house here, it kind of looks like a grayish, or like a warm gray. It's not a bad color. I like the color. However, I want to paint them, and I'm gonna go with my favorite white color, which is called Swiss Coffee. I know it's really hard to see them because they're buried here in all the wood and tools that we have. But I'm gonna be painting these cabinets in a white because I want it to stay bright and warm. White in here is just a perfect color, I think, to do that. So that will be the next thing. And we're gonna be actually spraying everything. So I'm gonna be spraying the cabinets, spraying the trim, and spraying all the doors that we have to paint. So that will be the next thing that we'll be working on. These cabinets we also found at the Restore, and it was also such a blessing because they fit our kitchen perfectly. Like every end cabinet fit in our kitchen exactly how they needed to. So it was just so amazing to see the goodness of God in all of the things that we're doing here. I almost forgot to show you my spring market booth, and so at the end here I'm gonna stick in all of the video that I took of my booth space at our spring market, and I hope that you will enjoy it. In the next video, I'm hoping to show you our trim being done and also a start on our wood floors, and I'm excited about the finishes, and I would love to get your guys' input on certain things that I'm going to be selecting and also fixing up and putting in. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I thank you all so much for being here and for watching. God bless.